Hey y'all.
Hey, what's up?
Happy New Year to y'all.
Welcome to 2014.
Yes. So you have Shorty,
And you have Donnie.
and we welcome y'all back to season 2 of The Real Tea Show.
And we've been gone for a minute, so don't call it a comeback, ladies.
Okay.
Just listen up.
Um, so to jump right into it, we just want to catch y'all up to speed with the things that we've been having going on in our lives.
So I guess for me, great work is going great. I'm focusing a lot more on my social justice and advocacy work. So I'm involved with projects like, empowerment. I'm involved with projects like Kick and um, just developing program with Lead um, and work with C2P. Yeah, so just getting my activists on. Still single. Still
He's
loving
out
it.
there.
Yeah, he out there somewhere.
Um, so, kind of like with empowerment, the elites, um, Kick, the lead academy for they're amazing and some exceptional people that I was able to take ideas from, learn from, grow. Um, Tap 2, Trans Are People too, Youth Advisory Board. Now the chair of that, and that is wonderful. I'm excited for the work that the ladies are going to do, and we have some great ideas. So that's wonderful. Also, Connect to Protect is an amazing collaboration. Um, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Ruth Ellis, I cannot forget about Ruth Ellis. Yeah, and I think that's for it right now.
Yeah.
I'm no longer, well, I was never single, but I had a different type of relationship, and that did not work out. That was very short lived. And, in life, you move past and you move forward. And the person I'm with now, I'm currently so happy with, and um, helped me, like, every day love myself a little more. So, yeah.
Um, so I guess like we can talk about healing wounds in our LGBTQ community, um, and if the advancement of our LGBTQ community as well. I'll let Shorty start off.
Okay, so basically, I was having a conversation with Donnie, and I was saying we need to redefine our community. A lot of times we don't. We're okay with where things at. We done got very complacent as a community, and it's a lot of things that needs improvement. Not to say it's wrong or right, but I think some things work and some things just need a little tweaking at it. So one example of that I often see is the fact that we don't take up for one another. So not being we only specifically are interested in our own community versus uniting and understanding each and every aspect of every letter in the LGBTQ movement. So that's identifying with the lesbian community and understanding their oppressions and every other community. And I think that's something that we really take for granted. It's just like, oh, I'm gay. I'm gonna hang out with the gay boys. I'm trans. I'm just hang out with the trans. And it's so much more than that. Like, we need to be a unified front.
Yeah. I agree with what Shorty's saying. We put a lot of energy into fighting each other. You Woodward girls, knucking and bucking every night outside the Woodward. Like, we don't put enough, energy into fighting for each other. A lot of our energy is spent, just surviving and being okay with, how the world is and not really fighting for some type of change or something to happen. Because if you haven't realized, the LGBTQ community is being tolerated, not accepted. So we need to fight for some acceptance, some some type of ground in the world that we live in. Every day, people are fighting to live. We're fighting to exist in the world that we were born into. Um, so I just think that we really should like veer our principles and our values around acceptance and not just being okay with. I'm just never okay with people saying, "Oh, gay people are cool," or like my cousin's gay. That's not. it shouldn't take a family member to come out and tell you they're gay for you to finally get it. Like, you should just get it whether or not there's a gay family member in your family or not. Whether or not your best friend tells you they're gay or not. Like, you need to just get it because at the end of the day, we're all human. We start off as human, and then society drops us into these boxes of male, female, she or he, gay or straight, black or white, or all that gray area in between that's not being recognized. So I just think we need to put a lot more energy into knowing, like, understanding that you're not passing, you're being tolerated.
Um, this is for my transgender community, preferably my women of color. Um, redefine your womanhood. Like, don't let anybody else influence you on the woman you should be, um, and what that looks like. Every woman is different. Know your own beauty, inside and out. Respect yourself, and understand that, like, whatever you hold true to, that's exactly what you represent, and that nobody can take that away from you. And a lot of times, as women as a whole, cis or trans women, we tend to forget our values and our morals, and be okay with, like, people telling us that men are more prominent or they're stronger or do things better, and we compromise and we compensate, our womanhood for the advancement of a man. And I think somewhere as black women, we just have to find that beauty within ourselves that we so solely looking for, and knowing that regardless of cis or trans women, women share the same oppressions, and that we can be here for one another, and we can have that support system. And there's nothing wrong with loving a sister and embracing her versus tearing her down, feeling as though she's a competitor, and just really not being another voice. Um, and then we turn into these things where now we're another statistic of what society has known prevalent of being like the angry black woman, and the black woman with the body and being exploited and things of that nature. So I really advise women to kind of have some more values and morals for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of times, like, society has defined your womanhood or manhood, like, off of what's between your legs. And I think, like, that really says a lot about society and how you're not, being valued as uh, your you beyond your physical appearance. Your mind, your body, and your soul are taken straight in disregard. So just knowing, like, that your womanhood is yours to define. Your manhood is yours to define. It's not about what society wants you to look like, wants you to feel like, wants you to act like, wants you to do. But what do you want to do? If you can think it and you can conceive it in your head, then you go ahead and do it. And I think even a message to gay men who I don't necessarily feel like a lot of us, value our trans people, our brothers and sisters, and all that in between, for who they are. We kind of I feel like gay men kind of look at trans women like playthings or big Barbie dolls for us to just doll up and look pretty, and that's not okay. And I hope you don't think that you're actually being, accepting of them, because you're not taking in regard of how they feel about their womanhood. You're trying to mold them into the woman that you feel like you should be. So how are you any better than the community that's against them? So I think we really need to take in regard, like, the boundaries of what it means to be, an ally of someone. Because we can't, as an ally, we cannot tell them how to live their life or depict how they should interact with society. All we can do is accept or think about how we um, bring them into our society. So I think we just need to recognize our powers and privileges in the LGBTQ community as gay and lesbian people, and how we need to make sure that every letter has a place at the table when it comes time for change. And because ain't nobody gonna put no place at the table for us, we got to make that place for each other and start being a unified front.
Well, to sum it up, redefine yourself. So every day is an opportunity for you to change your imperfection, create a new reality, and delete a mistake. Um, I think you can grow from every obstacle that you face, every no that's being told to you, and you can always uplift and inspire other people, even if you don't believe that you can. So, with that being said, redefine your destiny, redefine your look, redefine your mindset, redefine your love. And with that being said, just know that every day you're granted here on this earth, someone else has not. And take advantage of it. And stop living your life on your orientation or your identity. And live your life in your truth. So y'all can follow us on YouTube at Vixen Mason. Or follow Donnie on Instagram at.
It's working for Jesus.
And you can follow me at Shorty the Playmate on Instagram. And we miss you guys. So
Yes.
flood our inboxes with topics and things that you want to talk about and see. And
Comment below. Leave
yeah.
your comments below how you feel about the movement when it comes to the LGBTQ community and what you like to see. So,
And what are you doing for the movement? What's your contribution? So thank you guys.
mwah.